Hey, so the second vlog that I'm making, I left this one a little longer than I said I would. I think I said I'd do it every week, and it is now Wednesday, so that means that I've waited just over a week before I've done the second one. And the reason I decided to come back and do it was firstly because I said I would, and it's important to be able to trust your own word. That when you say you will do things, that you will, even if no one else knows that you said it. If you can't trust your own, if you can't trust yourself to do what you say you will do, then how are other people supposed to trust you with that? And secondly, I also noticed that it did have a good effect. That being beholden to a video record of what you had said of yourself and what you said you would try and do to remedy the issues you're having, and and to try and improve yourself and be better than yesterday. Yeah, that it did make that easier. That having a video record made it easier to be beholden to yourself. It made it easier to get up and go, because you knew you were going to have to be, that you'd look back on yourself and you'd see you said you'd do something, and if you don't, then why? And over the last few days, I've noticed that sort of first day after I did it, the first few days, it was kind of really, after I did the vlog, it really made me do the things which I know will make me happier in the long term, although it may be hard in the short term. And over the last 3 or 4 days, I've noticed that that's regressed, that I've been more likely to watch YouTube for a long period of time, to to watch YouTube for a long period of time, or to not to not do Duolingo. So the French slowly have got a bit worse at that this week. So I think it's a really good exercise in self-development. So that's why I've come back to it, and that's why I want to make sure that I do continue to do it on a weekly basis, because it's not a hard thing to do. It's just 10 minutes talking through to yourself almost how the week's been going, the issues you've had, and what you're going to do to try and make them better. So I think this week's been, with my relationships and stuff, it's been very, very, very testing. And I feel like I'm saying to myself that I don't have control, because that's it. I am giving myself an excuse to not live how I say I'd like to, and be moved around by external events, by saying that those events are not caused by me but by someone else, and thus I don't have control over them, which is weird. It's kind of like saying, oh, I can control what I do, but if something happens to someone else, then I'll just throw everything I was going to do out the window, and just happily react rather than act, and do what is needed by them. And then the thing is, if I'd let myself do that on a long-term basis, then I'll just become cynical, and I'll blame the other person for it, and that's really not good, because you're the only person that decides what you do, and you can't blame another person for the way you act by saying that it was their problems and you were only helping, because it's your decision to right. If you're using the using help as an excuse to not act, or an excuse for your lack of self-control, then that's really bad. Also, I've been like earlier today, the last few days, I got really frustrated and felt quite sort of like socially isolated. Um, you know, by things, by lack of strong social connections to other people, which are partly self-caused. And I realised, after I went to the gym today, did some cardio, lots of cardio. It was really good. Um, that I can control that. You know, things like my cousin got texting back, and I was all like, oh, what are they like? They said they wanted to do something, and then they don't text back, and then I realised actually no, just if you want to meet up with them, then go out and push them. You know, if they're people say things sometimes, and you make it mean things, that it doesn't mean. Anyway, so I'm quite pleased with myself for that. So that's good. In terms of getting up early, that's still a bit of a struggle. Yeah, my sleep pattern's still not how I want it to be, but I'm trying to make it better. I'm doing more to improve it, I think. And I've been able to get on with the work. It's as emotionally hard it has been going through all these experiments and finding mistakes and stuff. It's a good process. It's a really good process to do. It's a really good way to develop yourself and be able to be honest with yourself about what you've done. Be able to say to other people honestly what you've done, rather than, as I can often do, latching onto some good things that I see and go, yay, that's happened, great, without properly checking things. This way I know that what I'm doing is actually what's happened. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say now. I think that's kind of everything. The internal monologue for this week. Yeah, I'm sure as I go through doing this weekly, I'll get better. I'll organise my thoughts better, and organise the protocol with which I want to do this better. And then it'll be a clearer purpose and a clearer vision of who I want to become and how I want to illustrate that and improve that through the videos.